Good morning, and let's go get them today with another Sales Energizer tip of the day. All right, a big day today. I went out yesterday, did a little in-person cold calling, and I experienced something that I really haven't had to deal with before. And it was the fear in somebody else's eyes when I walked into their establishment. And it was fear from a man, not from a woman. And it was just very unusual because I'm not that threatening. But obviously it's because of the virus situation. But I remember years ago, I used to work with this guy who was really tall. I mean, just like really tall. And he was always very well shaven. Like that was his big thing. He had like skin. He wouldn't have the slightest bit of beard or anything. And I asked him why. And he said, because I'm really tall. And if I wear a beard and it covers up, I look like a villain, like a killer, you know? And so people are just, see, because I do everything I can do not to put fear in people's eyes because it just automatically happens. You're domineering and big and you have a big bushy beard, you're just gonna be frightening looking. He even goes the extra mile where at the time he said, I'll walk into places and I'll purposely trip and be clumsy because I want to appear almost clownish, so I'm not that threatening. And that was what all those things. And I said, man, that's terrible. He goes, yes, if someone's afraid of you, they're not buying. It's not good for business. So I walked into this place yesterday and I saw the fear in the person's eye. Wouldn't even like accept my card, fumbling around for a mask to put on. And so, you know, I stood back and I said, do you want me to leave? Which is, I'm comfortable doing or whatever. And then he said something just very casual. He said, let me ask you a question. Why are you not wearing a mask? But he asked it in such a good way that he just wanted a real answer. And he said I didn't feel as if I was going to be judged with my answer. And so I gave him the real answer, and not just the one that makes people feel good. And I don't know if he accepted it or not, but this is it. And it's based on my tall guy's thing. It's just not good for business. It's just not good for sales business. It's not good for sales to cover your face. You know, back in the old Westerns, all the villains, the gangsters, they'd put bandanas over their faces. They'd cover their face. Big beards look frightening. You want to, and by the way, I like big beards. Actually, big beards, if you're heavy and they're white and you smile all the time, are very friendly. But if you're, 29 years old and you're big and burly and athletic and you got a little goatee, you look like a killer. So anyhow, covering your face doesn't, at the beginning of this whole virus situation, people were showing how responsible they were, and they had big billboards with masked up and all that stuff. But that's not there anymore because you realize it's just not good for business. It's not good for marketing. People need to see your face, and all you can do to avoid fear. When there's fear, you got a tough time moving forward. So with that said, I don't know what you're going to do with this information. It is what it is. Make your own conclusions. But knowing how to avoid putting fear in somebody else's mind, at least you have a decision you can make that'll increase your sales. You do that, and everything's fun. You're the best. I'm the Deej. Let's just hit it hard today. Go get them.